Welcome back in, guys. Welcome back in. This will be episode 127. This is not Dick Wasington. I have some bad news, guys. It's an absolute bummer. In episode 127, Dick Wasington died. Yeah, it finally happened, and oh, man, it was a long episode. We travelled a long way down this road leading to Rosewood, and we reached Rosewood, and it happened just on the outskirts, so I'm going to talk you through it. There was snow everywhere. The snow had come back down again, so snow was covering like everything. I've just installed the cheat mod and enabled it and used it to get us here. And you know, you're probably thinking, why can't I show you then the episode where we died? I recorded it all, and my mistake, the file's corrupted. I've still got the file. It's like 2 point something gigs. I've still got it. It can't be opened with anything. I've tried a lot of different things and can't get it to work. It's my own fault because we got bitten in the episode. It ended up running on long. I should have broken it up into two, so I think the episode was about 30 minutes, and I've gone like just nearly 30 minutes before, and I've had no problems. But I figure what's happened is the disk drive that OBS was recording to ran out of space. I didn't get any warning about the memory or anything like that. I just got fucked basically, so the file is corrupted and it's just well out of order because I said a lot of shit in there. Yeah, it was a long episode and it's all lost. I can't get it back. If you know a way, then tell me. I've still got the file. I'm not going to delete it. But you know, true to my word, if anything happened like off camera, it was on camera in actual fact, but if anything happened, you know, I'm going to go with it. This is not me giving up. This is the fact that Wasington got. It is what it is. So we were running down here for ages. We got to here. It was late, guys. It was really late, like 10 o'clock at night or something. We came down here. The whole place was overrun. It was kind of swarmed, you know. I don't think, could we get into here? Yeah, I think we got into here. Yes, and we robbed some bits and pieces. You know, it's your typical kind of gas station, and I think these are toilets out here. Yeah, we robbed some stuff in the gas station. We didn't want to stay in here overnight. It was just a bit too risky, you know what I mean? So we moved on down. I'm pretty sure. No, hang on. No, was this? Yeah, this was where we bit the dust. Yeah, exactly. I need to get into this fucking place. Shit, I might just have to turn ghost mode on, guys. Enable ghost mode. Smash window. Yeah, then we're going to heal ourselves. This is the cheat menu going. So I'm going to talk you through it. We had like to sneak around and we had to knife up a load of zombies because we were exerted. Man, it's snowing, middle of the night, we're tired, we're exerted, you know. So got the, I think it was a screwdriver out, started stabbing them up. The axe as well, a combination. We snuck in here. We managed to like eat a load of crisps and stuff that we nicked from the shelves. What did we do? We didn't try this one. Okay, so what happened was we needed a place to bunk up, yeah? So this place, you know, it's got a second floor. It's as good as any. Like it's a luxury. It's all we had at the time. So what I did is I went to this counter at the end and I didn't disassemble it. I went to pick it up. So I picked up this countertop, and by picking it up it opened this door. It opened that door automatically. Now I saw crates inside, so you know, being stupid, I stepped inside here. The moment I stepped inside, I kind of like heard, I didn't really see anything in fact, just heard like this sort of crunching, squelching sound like attack animation. And there were two female zombies that must have been right by the door, so as soon as I walked in this place they immediately attacked me. Immediately one of them at least, in fact I think it was two of them, got a hit straight away because I, sure enough, I like panicked, thought fuck, came out here and checked the health, and sure enough, scratched and bitten. So I'm thinking fuck, that's it, you know, it's done. I didn't get too angry about it, too upset. I was just kind of bummed out because if my plan was to take this counter and put it like down here at the bottom of the stairs, or just out here, like, you know, to block zombies. They'd have to like bash it down before getting up to you know, kill us in our sleep. This was all shut up and everything. So yeah, I can't make excuses, but if that door hadn't have opened automatically, I wouldn't have entertained the idea of opening it and looking at what was inside. I would have just placed the counter down and I would have just gone upstairs. Upstairs there were zombies. There were like 3 of them up here. I think 1 here, 1 over here, and 1 in the bedroom, but we did them all in without incident. We didn't get bitten or scratched or anything. It was dark. We did them in. We came into this room here, this bedroom. Yeah, we shut the door. We put sheet rope out here, and you know, being bitten and everything, we just took painkillers, we took sleeping tablets, we took both lots of antibiotics, even though it warns that it's not going to do anything against zombie apocalypse, and went to sleep. And then we woke up and we still weren't zombified, but we were getting all the, you know, we were getting all the relevant noodles and stuff. So we ate shitloads more food, more sleeping tablets, and went back to sleep for a couple of hours. Woke up and the health was going, you know, like down and down and down, but we survived for quite a while. Came out here, went down, got the axe out, we smashed in some more zombies, and we didn't get like overwhelmed by zombies. We were holding our own, and then just out here, it was pretty much here, it was about here, we collapsed and died, and then came back pretty soon as a zombie. I remember the zombie kill count was 5,011. And the survival time was, you'll probably see it from the last episode, but it was just over 6 months. So it was a hell of a good run, and you know, of course I was really bummed out about it. It is what it is, in the words of James Brown. It is what it is. Yeah, that's Zomboid. It's just, you know, a fraction of carelessness and a bit of misfortune, and that's it, you're done. And I'm amazed we lasted as long as we did. I'm just really bummed out that the file got corrupted from being, you know, too long. Sometimes OBS corrupts the file without it being too long, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. And I'm really fucking sorry, guys, that yeah, that you don't get to see probably the most important episode of the whole lot, if that makes sense. But I said it in the episode when it happened, you know, recorded, and it's all lost in the ether, but I'll say it again. I want to thank you so much for sticking with me. If you stuck with me through 127 episodes, that's quite miraculous. You know, we never expected it to last that long, but you know, you being a part of it means a lot to me. And you know, thank you very much for watching and supporting this, that, and the other. I'm sorry we had to go out like that, and I'm sorry you didn't get to see it. But I'm not done with Zomboid, not by any stretch. The plan is to finish the tutorials that I'm making and get them out there, some instructional stuff, some clean stuff, no swearing and whatnot, and then maybe I'll make a go at the prison, just because I haven't done that yet. You guys have probably seen videos of other people doing it and you're probably bored of it, but I think I'd like to give it a go. That or the mall. If you have a preference, let me know in the comments, and if enough of you tell me to do this or the other, I shall do it. I've had a couple of requests for me to do Hydrocraft, and I'm not ignoring you. I'm going to give it a go, because at least I think 3 people have come forward and said, you know, give it a shot. So I will do that. Maybe I'll combine that with one of the challenges, you know, take down the mall or take down the prison or something, or just explore one of the new areas, because we haven't done it, man. Yeah, I gave a shout out in the episode as well, like, you know, before we died, to some mates of mine, to Wire, to Ali, to Matt. Basically the guys have scheduled a game of StarCraft Risk. I've probably banged on about it before, but Ali has had the board blown up to like huge size, the size of a fucking pool, literally the size of a pool table, because that's what we're playing it on. Yeah, and I was excited. I think, you know, that night, the night after, I was going to go play Risk, but then I was bummed out, I was darked out about Wasington dying, man. It did dark me out quite a lot, but that's just the way of it, isn't it? You know, we could have stayed up on that roof forever and, you know, and had it cushy, but that's not the one. That's not what Zomboid is about. Yeah, I'm going to let this run, guys. I'm going to let this run until 20 minutes or so. just so if anyone's watching this series, catching up or whatever, it doesn't look too sus, although I do tend to vary my episode lengths for that purpose. Yeah, once again, thank you very much, and my sincere apologies that I can't actually show you the episode where Wasington, finally got himself done in. Yep, okay. Signing out for now, guys. Thanks again. Take it easy, and one last time, I will see you in a bitsies.
Max out above 3000 CP, what level they need to be to come in under 3000 CP. So Tyranitar, for example, has the highest CP out of any currently available Pokemon, but in order to come in at below 3000 CP with perfect IVs, Tyranitar needs to be level 28.5. So all of Tyranitar's calculations are based on a level 28.5 Tyranitar. Same goes for Dragonite at level 29.5, and all the other Pokemon who come in at above 3000 CP, all their calculations are done with that 3000 CP cap in mind. Now, if gym turnover is high in your area anyway, you might just want to choose your Pokemon based on the other best defenders list. But if you're placing Pokemon in a gym where you want to keep them in there as long as possible, this is the list you should be basing your choices off of. So here we go. The best defender under 3000 CP in Pokemon Go as of right now is Exeggutor with Confusion and Solar Beam. And Confusion is a legacy move. Exeggutor doesn't have Confusion as one of its possible moves anymore, so if you have a high IV Exeggutor that knows Confusion, you might want to invest some TMs into getting Solar Beam as its charge move. And just as a note, since we're on the subject, any moveset that appears in italics includes a legacy move. Obviously it doesn't tell you which of the moves is legacy, but you can just go onto a site like GamePress, I'll link to that. Also, maybe I should explain how these rankings are calculated. These rankings are calculated using a Pokemon's defensive DPS multiplied by its tankiness, which is its defense and HP stats, multiplied together. So that gives you an idea of how much damage the Pokemon deals on defense and how many hits the Pokemon can take before fainting. And again, for Pokemon that max out above 3000, these are calculated based on their sub 3000 level. So second overall is Blissey with Zen Headbutt and Hyper Beam, and its ranking compared to Exeggutor is 93.5, which means it's about 6.5% less efficient as a defender than Exeggutor with Confusion and Solar Beam. Third and fourth are Lapras with Ice Shard and either Blizzard or Ice Beam, and Ice Shard is a legacy move, so even though I was pretty bummed that almost all of my good Laprases have Ice Shard and not Frost Breath, I can at least change some of them to attackers, and I can keep a lot of Ice Shard Lapras for defenders. After that, we have Ampharos with Volt Switch and Zap Cannon, which is about 91% as efficient as the best Exeggutor. Then you have Blissey with Zen Headbutt and Dazzling Gleam, Exeggutor with Extra Sensory, which is still an available move, and Solar Beam, Lapras with Frost Breath, Ice Beam, Ampharos with Volt Switch, Focus Blast, more Lapras. Then you have Golem with Mud Slap, Ancient Power, Legacy moves, Lapras with Frost Breath, Hydro Pump, Jolteon with Volt Switch and Thunderbolt. And you might be surprised to see Jolteon here because it has relatively low defensive stats, but the reason it's here is because Volt Switch really is that good of a defensive move. It has some of the highest base damage for any quick move, and moves with high base damage are better on defense because they don't suffer as much from the long cooldown time that gets added to a Pokemon's attacks as a defender. Next up we have more Exeggutors, Confusion Psychic, Zen Headbutt Solar Beam, Ampharos with Volt Switch Thunder, Exeggutor with Bullet Seed Solar Beam, Golem, Exeggutor, then Flareon with Fire Spin Overheat. Interesting to see a fire type this high up in the defensive rankings now. After that, more new Pokemon. Alakazam with Confusion Future Sight, Slowking with Confusion Blizzard, Lapras, Frost Breath, Dragon Pulse, more Slowking, Golem, Jolteon, Slowbro with Confusion Psychic, which actually has the exact same stats as Slowking with Confusion and Psychic, Porygon 2 with Hidden Power and Hyper Beam, and that's probably calculated based on a normal type Hidden Power for Stab. But the interesting thing to note here is that we haven't seen any of the previous high CP defenders aside from Blissey, and that shows just how much they've really been damaged or hurt in these rankings by having to come in at below 3000 CP. If we continue down, we see even more new Pokemon: Charizard, Heracross, Steelix. It's good to see Steelix in there because Steelix is one of the better defensive Pokemon in the game, stats-wise. Muck, Poliwrath, Machamp even. So I'm not going to go read the entire list to you because that would be an incredibly boring video, but again, the link for this is in the description. You can go check it out. Check out all these new defensive rankings for Pokemon 3000 CP and under. Pokemon under 3000 CP. All in all, it's an interesting new metagame that we're playing in right now. This 3000 CP disadvantage has really changed a lot for gym defenders. Now there's also a lot more to consider, like you only get coins when your Pokemon get kicked out of gyms, so sometimes you might not even want your Pokemon to stay in gyms that long so that they can get kicked out and come back to you and you can earn your coins. There are also other things to consider, like a maxed out Tyranitar or Dragonite will still outperform a maxed out Jolteon as a defender at full CP, but as it goes down over time, that Jolteon is going to gain an advantage. Now, if you're in an area where your team can constantly feed berries and keep your Tyranitar or Dragonite or Gyarados or any other high CP Pokemon fully motivated and maxed out, then they're going to be better defenders. But if no one's feeding berries to your Pokemon, they're going to decay quickly and soon be outclassed by some of the lower CP Pokemon. I should also add that my calculations are done differently than a lot of other people's calculations, but the list still comes out fairly similar. There are some slight variations, but they're not going to make a huge difference. If you go through the Showing Work tab and notice any glaring errors in the math that I've done, please let me know, and I would be happy to update and make sure everyone gets proper information. With all that said though, it's kind of a confusing new time for defenders in Pokemon Go, and as time goes on, if any new strategies come out and rise to the top, I'll be sure to update and let you guys know. But for now, my honest advice is, in areas like Long Beach, where there's pretty high turnover, you might as well just put your favorite Pokemon in the gym and take a screenshot while it looks cool, because it only takes 3 battles to completely knock a Pokemon out of a gym, and regardless of if it's a Blissey or a Pinsir, it's going to get done eventually. So you might as well have fun with it.